at 6, a Georgia state lawmaker plans to file legislation that could further regulate a cancer-causing gas used at sterilization plants. It comes after months of protests from residents who live near areas the federal government identified as having potentially elevated cancer risks connected to ethylene oxide. Reveal investigator Andy Perotti has been following this investigation. Andy?
Well, Cheryl, State Representative Eric Allen announced his plans for the legislation yesterday. A plant owned by a company called Sterilization sits in his district's backyard, located in Cobb and Fulton counties. That plant uses a toxin called ethylene oxide to sterilize medical equipment. The Environmental Protection Agency now says it can cause gas if exposed to for long periods of time. Representative Allen says his bills would require facilities to report leaks to the state, no matter how small. Currently, facilities are only required to report leaks that are 10 pounds or more. The legislation would also require constant outdoor gas monitoring, something the plants are not required to do right now. We reached out to Sterigenics and other facilities which use ethylene oxide in Metro Atlanta for a response of the proposed legislation. We didn't hear back. Jeff?
All right, Andy, thank you.